Hey guys, welcome to Science Class with Teacher Frankie. I'm Teacher Frankie and let's do it. This week we're talking about states of matter and how they can change. The states of matter, let's get into it. Matter is anything that has weight and takes up space. So what is matter? You are matter. I am matter. Everything around us is matter. Your pet cat or your pet dog, the chair that you're sitting on, the table that you might have in front of you. Okay, so quick review. There are 3 states of matter. Can you remember what they are? Just show your answer out. We're not going to worry about a worksheet or anything. Yep, states of matter are solid, liquid, and gas. Now I'm going to give you a few seconds. Can you point to all of the things that are solid? Cool, and point to all of the things that are liquid. All right, last one, point to all of the things that are a gas. Good job. Okay, now we're going to look at what is actually happening in these different states. So a solid cannot change its shape. It has to not move. You can hear the table there. It has to not move and keep its shape so that we can use it. A chair that is not solid is not going to be very good for us. Okay, second point, solids cannot be squeezed or spread out really thin, but a solid can be cut. Whether you're using scissors to cut some paper, a knife to cut some cake, you might have to use a chainsaw if you need to chop down a tree. As you can see on the GIF, particles in a solid are packed really close together and they do not have very much room to move around. Okay, we say they are stuck in a pattern. They cannot be easily changed, which is good for us. Okay, from solid state we move on to liquid. So liquids are different. Some examples of liquid: water, oil, coffee. Now a liquid can change its shape, and it will change its shape to fit the container it is in. If it is in a bottle or a bowl or a puddle on the ground, or a liquid can move around and change its shape. Okay, and liquids can flow. There's not something a solid can do. They can, like a waterfall, the water can flow over the side. Liquids cannot be cut. You cannot use scissors on some water. And the particles in a liquid are still pretty close together, but they're not very tight together and they can bounce around a little bit, as you can see in the GIF. Okay, this is a gas. A gas is our last state of matter. Solid, liquid, gas is how most things go. So gas, like a liquid, cannot be cut. They can be difficult to control. They can change their shape like a liquid and take up room in the container that they're in. Okay, so if you are cooking, you might have a gas stove, or if you like to go scuba diving, you will carry around air on your back. Okay, so gas can also change its shape. Gases also can flow. Some gases are invisible. Some gases have a color, some gases have a smell. A lot of gases we do not know that they are there, like the oxygen and the air that we breathe. We smell it or taste it or see it. Okay, last one, gas particles. Unlike a solid or a liquid, They are far apart and they can move around, bounce around, hit each other, bounce off each other, and go somewhere else. When matter changes from one state to the next, it is usually because of the temperature. If it gets hotter or colder, okay, to change from a solid to a liquid, you need to heat or melt it. To change a liquid into a solid, you need to cool it or freeze it. To change from a liquid into a gas, like water, we need to call it. To change from a liquid to a gas, a substance needs to evaporate. And to change from a gas into a liquid, we say it condenses. Heat, melt, cool, freeze, evaporate, condense. These are the words that we need to know. And when it goes backwards, when a gas turns into a solid, it is called deposition. This is not something that you really need to know. It is just, I want to give you all the information out there. Now, we can see the change. The easiest place to see the states of matter changing is in the water cycle. Water in the sea or on the ground will heat up. It will evaporate and turn into clouds or water vapor. Okay, because it is not so hot. So let's start again. So you can see, because of the sun, the water on the sea or the land will heat up. It will evaporate and turn into water vapor or clouds. Once it is in a cloud, it will start to cool down a bit and condense into liquids, the rain or a solid, ice and snow. Okay, the snow will melt and turn into water. The water will heat up and evaporate. It will condense, it will melt, it will heat up, and it goes around in a circle. Okay, just a little bit more about changing states. A different substance will change their states at different temperatures. But today we are going to look a little bit at changing the state of water. So water will be a liquid in between 1 degree Celsius and 99 degrees Celsius. It will turn into a solid, or we call ice, at 0 degrees Celsius, and it will turn into a gas, or we call steam, at 100 degrees Celsius. So we're going to play a game. We're going to look at water, and then once you have finished watching this video, you are going to play a game about what temperature different substances melt at. And I've got a little tip for you. One of the things that you will see in the game is a ice lolly or a lime lolly. That means the same as popsicle. Okay, and this is just an important question that I want you to think about. Look at this little guy here, this little cat. He's filling up the container that he is in. So I want to know, what do you think? Are cats solid or liquid? Today we're going to look at the changing state of water. So first question, can you turn the ice into water? Let's have a look. So ice, -10 degrees, it is a solid. You can see the block of ice here. Do we need to heat or cool? Let's cool. No, it's gone down to -30, but it is still ice. So let's try heat. 0 degrees Celsius, the ice has melted. So can we turn the water back into ice? What do you think? Heat or cool? Yep, that's right, cool. So I want you to look at this. Is the water going to change its shape? Is it going to go back into the block of ice? Or is it going to fit the container that it is in? Okay, yep, there's your answer. The ice has changed its shape because the water changed, or the liquid. So you can see the ice has changed its shape because the liquid was able to change its shape. Click the red button to heat the water. What will happen? 100 degrees, what has happened? We can see the water evaporating. Okay, can we turn the steam back into water again? Heat or cool? We need to condense the water, so we need to cool it. So yeah, we can turn it back into water again. What happens if you heat the steam above 100 degrees? Tell me, do you think this is possible? Can we go hotter than hot? So we're going to turn water into steam. So are we going to turn the steam into extra steam? So 120 degrees, and the steam has broken our equipment. Okay, now with that, we've played the first game. So we played this one here, so you can have another look at that one. And then later on, you can have a look at this game. This is about melting. So remember, the ice lolly is a popsicle. Okay, now these games both use a lot of English to give instructions, but again, I just want you to experiment and play. And then the last thing, you may have heard of oobleck. It is a mixture of corn flour and water, and it is sometimes a solid, sometimes a liquid. So I want you to watch these videos and just see how it acts against fun stuff. And tell me, is the cat a liquid? Alright guys, I have been Teacher Frankie. This is our last science video, which means I will see you back at school soon. But for now, I am going to say goodbye. Bye.